Quiet, please. Play.
After 11 days of tears, tantrums and upsets, Sabine Lisicki and Marion Bartoli stood on the verge of rewriting the Wimbledon history books, just one win away from lifting the most coveted prize in Grand Slam tennis. Lisicki has become the darling of centre court over the last 2 weeks and went into this one as favourite, but she hadn't counted on the onslaught that was soon to follow. Bartoli had yet to drop a set in the championships and came racing out of the blocks, grabbing the early advantage. The pressure of performing in a Grand Slam final appeared to be taking its toll on Lisicki. Her stubborn opponent was winning the battle of the ground strokes and the game count, taking 5 on the bounce before wrapping up the first set in just 30 minutes. Lisicki's smile was now long gone, but she came out fighting in the second. 4 break points arrived at 1-love up. Bartoli needed her A-game to hang on. That would prove a key hold, with the Frenchwoman racing into a love 40 lead on Lisicki's serve. This was all proving too much for the 23-year-old. And despite saving 4 championship points at 5-2 down, the mountain was simply too steep to climb. And at 5-4, Bartoli had a second chance to serve it out. So the world number 15 wraps up her first ever Grand Slam title, and what a way to do it, without dropping a single set. It's been a great tournament for Lisicki too, but it's the 28-year-old that gets her hands on the rosewater dish. A moment she's sure to treasure.
Honestly, I just can't believe it. I'm just so happy that I'm holding this trophy. It has been my dream since I'm 6 years old, and I'd like to thank everyone from the crowd who supported me today, and I hope next year I will be there as well. Thank you.
The Bryan brothers made a little history of their own on centre court by winning their 15th Grand Slam title, and as a result become the first doubles pairing in the Open era to hold all 4 Grand Slam titles at once. They did it the hard way though against Ivan Dodig and Marcello Mello, going 5-love down in the opener, and for a moment the impossible looked a reality. Despite losing that set, the number 1 seeds were back to their imperious best in the second, winning it 6-3, before several costly unforced errors forced an early break in favour of the Americans in the third. The 14-time Slam winners survived a huge scare in their semi-final match, but were having no such problems here, wrapping up the next 6-4 in 33 minutes. The Croatian-Brazilian pairing of Dodig and Mello wouldn't go quietly, but with the Bryans pulling shots out of the top drawer, this one was only ever going one way. Celebrating as only the Bryans know how, they wrap up their 3rd Wimbledon title and surely their finest to date. Can they now add Slam number 16 to the list at Flushing Meadows in 2 months? Arguably the game of the day played out on court 1 as Belinda Bencic and Taylor Townsend went toe-to-toe to be crowned girls singles champion. Townsend, who'd lost in her 2 previous meetings against her opponent in 2013, was mixing it up nicely, and after cruising into a 4-1 lead, looked like she had things under control. But Bencic, who has pedigree on grass having won the warm-up event at Roehampton, wasn't done yet, fighting back to 5-4 before eventually relinquishing the set to her American counterpart. Despite that blip, the Swiss was on the march. A tactician around the court, the number 1 seed flipped the match on its head, and after grabbing the second 6-1, she then fought from a breakdown to go 5-4 ahead in the third, and serving for the championship. So 2 certain stars of the future play out a game to remember, but it's Belinda Bencic who takes the honour of being the 2013 Wimbledon Girls Champion. The last of the titles to be decided on Saturday saw Hsieh Su Wei and Peng Shuai take on Ashley Barty and Casey Delagua for the ladies' doubles title. The Chinese pairing had come through a gritty battle in their semi-final match against Aoyama Shuko and Chanel Scheepers and had to do the same again here, coming through a seesaw opening set before winning the tiebreak 7-1. That was the confidence booster they needed. In a second, they were virtually untouchable, and after 1 hour and 36 minutes, they sealed their opponent's fate to win their first ever ladies' doubles Grand Slam title, 7-6, 6-1. So the journey is over for the women at the All England Club for yet another year. On Sunday, attention turns to the men's final, and it's sure to be a cracker.